Hi, thanks for checking in. This is Virginia from Montessori Farm School, and this is part 2 of making your own 100 board during the quarantine. So we're stuck for materials. If you watched part 1, you saw that I just made this out of some cardstock, but if you have cardboard from all your Amazon deliveries, or if you have some, the back of a picture frame or something more stable, that would be great, because then you can really have something that lasts for this time being. We could have made these out of paper, but what I've done is actually spray painted some pennies, so it only cost us $1. We've got 100 pennies down here, and then I took my time and I wrote the numbers on there. I did spray paint them. All we had was silver, so that they were light enough for the numbers to show. And if you watched the other presentation, you saw that we divided them into basically 5 groups with 20 pennies in each. It's more manageable, and you're breaking it down for the children to be able to work on it successfully without having pennies everywhere. So what can you do after they've mastered this? Well, there's a lot. You can make a copy of the original grid you came up with, and they can write the numbers themselves. You could, before you made a copy, draw the numbers lightly. If you have a child that would do better just tracing the numbers than writing them on their own. And then you can play some games here. You could ask them to close their eyes, and you could come through and you could flip some pennies on the board. And I said yesterday, if I made this again, I would make these a little bit bigger. My squares are roughly, and it was made quickly, 3/4 of an inch. And you can have them open their eyes and say, okay, what's missing? And you can test that way. Another thing that you could do is set it up so that, say, today you're so good at doing the 100 board, we're going to do it in a spiral. So have them come across, down, and spiral all the way in so that 100 ends up in the center, which is really fun. Or you could take it off the board and do a linear layout of 100 pennies. Make sure you know where that's going to go so that no dogs run through or little siblings destroy that mess. But you can think of even more, and you can count by 5s. You can do any kind of skip counting, and they may start to notice the patterns on their own. We don't typically point those out in the classroom as teachers, but your child will very quickly start to notice many of them: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And of course, everybody wants to do this. When your person finishes the 100 board, what we do in the classroom is we always gather together and we count it, and it's a big event. So have fun. This is just a quick follow-up to the Making Your Own 100 board. This is part 2. Thanks for watching. Take care.